Yo, what's going on everybody? We just got insane patch notes from Diablo 14. I am going to go over them today. And this patch drops on Monday, which is in 2 days because this is being recorded on Saturday. So let's get over them. With first things first, I will have this link in the description. I'm not gonna go over every single patch because we will be here for a long time. Just gotta pick some interesting stuff. So potions are getting buffed by 200%, the last 3 upgrades. This could enable for barrier builds like Soulbrand and Temerity that convert HP into barrier, a thing. And the main thing here is Uber-Inks are getting buffed. The Andariels is getting buffed by 50% of the poison damage, Nova. And Doombringer is getting buffed by 100% of Shadow Explosion. And Starless Sky is getting also insane buff by up to 50% from 40. Also most cost reduction. And then we got Tyrell's Might, which is my favorite Uber-Ink. The Holy Bolts are getting buffed by 100%, which is pretty insane. And everyone is Paragon's stat requirements are reduced from 90 to 60. This is going to enable us to have easier access unlocking those rare nodes. This was general nodes, so let's go over class specifics. So Barbarian, looks like Whirlwind will be the new thing because Whirlwind is getting buffed through 2 ways here with the skill itself and upgrade. We also have buff to, we got the unique here, Gore Grips from 35 to 50. Funny thing, my friend just found triple or quadruple greater graphics gloves here, and he sold it for 5 billion to sound from China. So either they have a build cooking ready for the patch note, or they just believe in Whirlwind being at the top dog on Monday. And also, Dust Devil for Whirlwind is being increased. Besides that, which I don't really understand why, but play the strongest barb build. I also have a video about that in the right upper corner. That's the best bass killer in my opinion, critting or hitting for over almost 3 billion, even more. Is getting buffed by a lot. Not only the damage over time with bleed, but also the bonus with bleed damage here. That's pretty insane. I don't know why, but this is crazy. On top of that, they're also reducing HP to bosses, but more about it later. Now going over Druid, this is the least favorite from people that read the patch notes. Spirit Boons are getting buffed almost doubled, so crit chance increased, max life increased. Attack speed 45 here as well. Now overpower, this goes well with pulverize buff over here, so maybe overpower pulverize Druid could be a thing on Monday. And pulverize is also getting buffed for overpower damage here, the raging pulverize. Rabies is getting buff for poison, not sure if that will be a thing or going. Some passives got damage bonus here. We even get more DR here for defensive posture on top of some fortify. And legendary aspects, also some buffs, as well as Paragon. So this is going on for Druid. Nothing too much, right? Necromancer, we got Book of the Dead buffs. Almost double once again. Crit chance increase, shadow damage buffs. Shadow damage also getting buffed from the glyph. Some essence action, adding essence generation. And then some more sacrifices for attack speed and max life here. Crit damage as well. Paragon, like I said, shadow is getting increased again here. Even more damage from the close corpses from the glyph or gravekeeper, and even 45 for max life. Sacrificial aspect is getting doubled from 25% to 50. This could be really good for non-minion builds. Also, I have one Necromancer myself for that, so I might dive into it. Pretty interesting. Devil's Necromancer going over Rogue now is getting buffed for both melee skills, which is Twisting Blades, both initial and return damage by 20%. Also, Flurry is going to increase by 25%, but the main Flurry build for Rogue is Puncture. Puncture is the damage dealer. Flurry is only for the attack speed buff, so nothing too crazy here. Exposure also works on the dots now. We got some damage reduction for Rogue by 6%, which is pretty huge. Next up, we got Fluidity Glyph is pretty interesting. When you cast Agility skill, you deal increased damage and gain energy regeneration. So that's pretty interesting. That extra damage, also regen. More damage reduction and more damage reduction for Rogue. So Rogue will be on top of Dark Shroud. Pretty damn tanky. Some more damage. Blade Dancer. This is for Twisting Blades. Enter the buff there. Grenades are getting buffed. Could be a thing. I tried it on Flurry build. It's combined with the unique item here. The Signet here. But it wasn't that appealing. Maybe after the change it could be pretty good. Arrow Storms buff, the main key thing here is Umbros aspect. Before you needed you needed to crit strike with marksman skill to have a free Dark Shroud, but now it's any crit strikes from any skill. So this is a huge buff to Rogue. Moving on, we got Sorcerer, we got some buffs to Ice Armor Barrier, we got some Incinerate damage reduction. As far as I know, Incinerate isn't that great viable. Everyone wants that immortal build for sword with flame wall, flame shield, and firebolt. Glass cannon, you will take less damage from mobs pretty much with that passive. Electrocution, some stuff there. Overflowing energy as well for more cooldown reduction. We got avalanche bonus damage by 15%. Other passives as well. Shadow is getting buffed from 25 to 30. That one is pretty good. More damage reduction buff for a sword. Chain lightning buffs to proc. Weirs is getting changed. It's getting tripled if you fight close enemy. So that's pretty damn insane. Meteorite's damage is increased to 45% up to 35. And then we got some unique items buffs. So it's just like the Flame Scar. We got the gloves, the Endless Rage. I believe this one is from the Firebolt bouncing. And yeah, that was the class overview. Into the end game now. The pit is getting adjustments. They're making it basically easier so people can farm tier 60 without any issues on any build. Because at level 60, tier 60, you're unlocking the Neath Irons, which is the legendary material required for masterworking on the last 4 levels from 8 to 12. And also, tormented bosses are getting health reduced by 30% and blood boils as well from Lilith. I totally don't like this change. I don't know why, because this is gonna turn these bosses into loot pinatas 2.0. So, not a big fan of these, to be honest, but it is what it is. One of the last things we got here is Holy Bolt is getting nerfed. The damage will scale from the weapon damage rather than percentage of the enemy's health. That's how it worked before. And also Necromancers were double dipping, triple dipping, quadruple dipping, whatever the hell from minions. So that's also getting fixed, which is really unfair. Because there is also another double dipping for Barbarian with Berserk Ripping and Holy Bolts, and that is not getting changed. That is still in the game. So it's pretty unfair to Necromancers, and I'm a Barb main, so it's pretty odd. Might come in the future. We got also finally Boulders fixed with Dolmen Stone on Druid, and they tried to fix this 2 times, so maybe third time the charm, right? That's what they say. And Boulders also have a limit of 10, but their damage is increased by 10% for each boulder. This seems like almost like a Dust Devil for Barb, right? With the limit, but damage. I mean, Boulder build could be pretty interesting now. And Rapid Fire Rogues, rejoice. You are getting fixed finally with the Scoundrel's Kiss. It will work properly now. It also increases the radius of explosions by 25%. And then for Druids and Necromancers, the pets, the new pets, the dog that auto-loots, it counted as companion before for aspects and passives. Now it doesn't. They fix it. They are fixing it on Monday, so Shepherd's aspect and all this stuff is getting nuked pretty much. And yeah, these are the patch notes. Once again, I will leave it in the description. I also stream every day on Twitch and YouTube. The link will be in the pinned comment if you guys want to join me. Tell me about joining Diablo 4, how's the grind going and all this stuff. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all. Until next time, have a good one. Peace.